know how many times I've seen Black Thought come down from NBC down the street to Sirius XM?
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I feel like the Roots, I mean, they obviously live in Rockefeller Center because of Jimmy Fallon, but like I've seen Quest so many times. Like I see these niggas all the time.
Right,
like,
same.
They just be walking right out the like, all right, get on the D train, like just going about my day.
And you know what I do every time I see Black Thought? I never call him Black Thought. I'm like, what up, Tariq? To throw him off, to make him feel like a person.
Like
I'm invested in you. Like,
yeah.
When I see Jadakiss, I never call him Jada. I'm like, what up, Jason? Like, cause
how do you see Jadakiss?
Whenever he's at Sirius XM, I was like,
okay, you say like you should be running him at Target and shit.
But to make them, because like we have the same name, so what up, Jason?
Oh yeah, that's very easy for you.
Yeah,
So that makes sense. Yeah.
But that's how I throw people off, to give them that inclusion of like.
I just think it's funny, but I know like some celebrities hate. Like I know like Kid Fury was saying this a while ago. Like he was like, because people was like for a while were like, yo, like what's your real name? What's your real name? And like it got to the point where he didn't even want to say it because people like try to be cute with it. Like people just want to call you like Jason all the time or whatever. But I do like seeing a celebrity and calling them by like their real name. I think it's just like I don't know. It's just funny to me. Like when I saw Michelle that time from like Michelle Williams, like I definitely called her Tanitra, and she was looking at me like who the fuck are you? And it's just like just a fangirl, like just a fan. But I do think it does makes people ears perk up differently because it's like it's a very like household name. Like if somebody, I won't even say the name on here, but if somebody called me like my childhood nickname, I would definitely be like, who sent you?
Let me tell you something about the child, and I have a problem with that, and I've noticed that I have a problem with it too. Like, and I must openly say, like, I get annoyed sometimes when people be like, yo, Jay, or they be like, yo, Focus, and they call me Jason, and they call me Jada, and I be like, you know where that comes from? It's a hood thing. You haven't been outside long enough if people don't call you more than one name, or like, if people don't know you more than like 3 names.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I haven't been outside long enough.
No, but if you grew up like in different locations, people will probably
know you from like different, especially if you're in like, there's no shade, but like the age you are, like that was a big period of people having like different nicknames at different points of their life.
Right.
Because same thing with my brother. Like my brother went through like 3 or 4 nicknames like throughout like his. Like when I go, progression of life. So
like when I go back, when I'm around my dad and my uncles, they'll be like, call me Jay Bird, because my old uncle used to call me Jay Bird. So my dad still calls me like, yo, what up, Jay Bird? And
Like I've heard since I was 7 years old.
Right.
Like, but if you on the train and somebody was like, yo, Jay Bird, you'd be looking around like, who the fuck are you? Like,
right.
You, in the words of Maya Angelou, you do not have the license to call me that.
And it's funny because I have friends who are on Twitter now and they go by these other nicknames. And I'm like, what? I'm like, son, your school name was.
Oh no, I am the one to call you a government name. You'd be like, oh, I'm going by Mike. But Mike was a bad example.
I realized this also when the conversation when people were talking about Jay-Z, like all the time. When you hear Jay, they're like, oh, Jay. They're like, yo, Hov. You see perfectly correct. Sean Carter. And then I realized when Nipsey was when they had his memorial service, everybody was calling him Ermias. I'm like, oh, to his family, he's really Ermias.
I mean, yeah, like that's...
To the block, he's neighborhood Nip. Yeah. And to like us, he's Nipsey Hussle. Yeah. Like, that's crazy how like when you have, in different lifespans, you have all these nicknames. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
We are.
Speaking of being all over the place, I know you guys were glued to the motherfucking television this Friday. You motherfuckers. Did y'all have your DVRs locked and loaded?
So annoying.
Because the homie
annoying
is blowing up. He got the bag. Please pat his pockets when you see him in the street.
Listen, honey, 6 to 8 weeks for me to get my coin. So come holler at me around 4th of July weekend, because right now a nigga still broke.
Yo, I need you to help me pay my taxes.
I need you to help me pay mine too. Like,
no, I don't. Not do them.
You got the extension?
Not do them. I mean, pay them.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, I have to pay.
I have to pay them.
Yeah. So if you are unfamiliar about what we are discussing.
I'm even fucking. This
is a real sentence I'm about to say, but I was on the Wendy Williams Show on Friday.
I just want to say it's an honor to be in your presence right now.
It's great to have you here. It's great to have you here. So I was on the show. They were doing like this trivia competition for May Sweeps. May Sweeps is like a big ratings period in TV. So what they do is like they pull out all of these gimmicks and things. They'll like give away trips. They'll give away money. They'll have like special guests come on. Like every talk show you watch in like May, February, November, we'll be doing like these big blowout things because they want you to watch, so that, they can go to advertisers, get big money, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, so it was May sweeps. So for sweeps, they're doing Wendy's 10K Friday giveaway. They're inviting like big Wendy fans on the show. You answer 10 questions, you get $10,000. You know, you win, right? So I was on the show. If you have not seen it, it's on YouTube. If you just go to the Wendy Williams like show page account, it'll be there. But yeah, so I was on the show. It was a lot of fun. It's been it aired on Friday, but it's been like a weird 48 hours, 72 hours at this point. People I have not heard from since high school, since middle school, since elementary school. Like people I literally have not seen since like 1999. We're like, was that you on TV? And it's like, yes, it was. But great time, great opportunity. People have been very, very nice. Like the comments on the YouTube account, I always get weird about comments because places like Wendy's Show, The Breakfast Club, The Shade Room, like those comments are always very much in shambles. So I'm always like, ooh, wow, this is probably going to be like a lot of energy. But, ooh, hold me down. Talk. I said, hold me down, ho.
I'm looking at you like you dying and shit. I'm listening to your story. Go ahead.
But yes. So,
Malcolm got that fire pack. I don't know where you got it from.
It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, so, but the comments have been like really, really nice. Like people saying shit like, next time Wendy's on vacation, you need to fill in. Like, you know, they should have you back and do more segments. First, what I need y'all to do is if y'all go watch the video, make sure y'all thumbs up all of them shit so that people at the show can be like, oh, great, he is an asset. We should have him back. But, yeah, it's been great. It was fun. And now this is my newfound life, but things on the internet only last 72 hours. If you're lucky, most things are 24. So like I give this another half a day and then people will have moved on about that entire experience. But it was great.
Did you enjoy it?
Damn.
This motherfucker's dying.
Yo, I don't know what's wrong. Let me pop this cough drop now.
You want a minute?
But no, I told you I got cough drop.
You check out, bro. I don't know what to tell your family members.
Yeah. No. I mean, this has to be my last performance. It was a great one, you know. But what'd you ask me? Did I enjoy it? Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, it's a show, as you know, like it's a show that I watch. I was listening to Wendy on the radio. Like,
I can't believe you were so invested in that show. But I mean, that's your shtick.
I like mess. You know, like mess. I enjoy mess, and like when you're enjoying mess from the age of 11 years old, like from such it shapes how you enjoy mess. Like,
yeah, because there's things I don't want to talk about that shit. I really don't have time to talk about all the energy.
Oh yeah, I've always cared. Like I've always been invested in like who did what, who's the gay rapper, who got jumped at the party. Like I've always cared about mess like that. But yeah, no, it was a great experience. Like had a lot of fun.
Do you feel like she has a new freshness to her since her, you know?
Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
As someone that has been following, you know what's funny? Oh, this is. All right, y'all gonna get a little exclusive. So like,
we can put this out
off the record.
Page 6. Here we go.
But I won't say names or people. But many people that I spoke to that day that work at the show were like, "Oh, she's back."
That's good to hear.
But like many people were like, "Oh, like you know, like one person." Very specifically was like, oh, she's very excited to see you. Like she's back. And I was like, huh? And he was like, no, she's back. Like she's here. And I was like, the fact that so many people around her on the show, like really noticed the switch and like her not being present and then her being present again is actually very scary. But yeah, no, definitely like a weight is lifted. You can tell the fact that that man is no longer in her life and in her spaces.
Well, not only that,
really doing her justice. Like
she was facing her own devils as well.
She's facing her own devils, but I think partially because of him.
Okay.
I think his stress was causing her to be stressed with her own things. So, but yeah, it's definitely some weight lifted off her shoulders. But
I mean, it's good that the people around her has noticed that because, I mean, that's also difficult because theoretically all they have to do is come and do a job. They have no input to say when it's on or when it's off. But they can notice the changes and they can say.
People know, like, you know, a lot of people that work at that show have been there since like the beginning. So like that show has been on TV for 10 years now. Right. So like
they can see when something's changing.
You work with people for 10 years. Like they notice a switch in you. Like you like.
It's like if you have a drinking habit and that's your boss. What are you going to say? You have to just come and perform and shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
But kudos to you.
But yeah, and like even like the whole thing, like her fainting on TV, like her wearing the sling. Like it's been a lot of like baddie behavior for like the past year and a half, and like. Everyone has noticed it.
It's a delicate situation, and most times all you can do is be supportive. And it's very few people that he can even comment on it. Maybe like the executive producer or someone like that. But like, you know.
Yeah, and even that is still like, I mean.
Still dicey.
Yeah, because it's like, it's executive producer, but it's also like when the host is an EP, you don't really have much room to talk because it's like, you can go too. So.
And the thing is, as long as I'm showing up and performing in their defense, that's their defense. As long as I'm showing up and performing.
Are these numbers good? Are these ratings good? Are people still watching?
Right.
That's all we have to discuss.
Right.
So. But yes.
But being healthy is definitely always a good thing. And much congratulations to you, sir. I just want my split.
Your split? Oh, yeah, you and everybody else, nigga.
My intern cut needs to come and kick in soon.
Interns don't get paid, beloved.
Oh, yes, they do in 2019. What?
It depends on where you at. Because I've seen some unpaid internships. But let me tell you about God's favor. Let me give you a sermon. Since you want to go to church so bad, let me take you to church. It is officially Sunday now. It's past midnight, so it is a Sunday morning. So let's have some church in here.
What happened?
So, God, I really hope I can get through this without like hacking up along. But
take a sip of water.
All right, maybe I should take a sip of water. All right.
I don't know what kind of fire you had last 420. And let me tell you about my 420. I had an edible, which was... You know, edibles are so dicey. It's like...
Oh, they're scary.
They are scary.
They're scary. Ugh.
It didn't hit the way I thought it was.
Did I tell you the edible story about me on 59th Street?
No.
Did we? Oh, we'll save that for another day. Oh, that was a mess. Oh, that was such a bad story.
What happened?
We'll talk about it another day.
No, you have to tell me now.
No. We'll really talk about it another day.
No, we're just fresh off 420.
I promise you we'll talk about it another day. Like, it's too much to even get into right now. Like, I have to, like, recap the whole story in my head before I even tell it again because it was that crazy of a night. But in any event, let me say about God's favor, right? So back in 2016, I applied for internship at, drumroll, The Wendy Show.
Okay.
Applied for internship, did not get it, was a little devastated because, again, you know, I was like, there were really only two places I ever wanted to intern in college. One was I was ran the morning show at Z100, which I ended up doing. I said I wanted to do one TV internship, one radio internship. I did the radio for 2 semesters, which, you know, was kind of uncommon, which I was appreciative of. And then I went to do the one TV one just to, like, you know, get my feet wet. So I applied for Wendy, did not get it, was devastated to an extent. I was like, damn, this is really fucked up. Like, my resume was good. Like, you know, this is my whole entire world. Like, I'm not sure why I didn't get this. But I was like, okay, whatever. The real, like, you know, blow was that I got the rejection email the day after election day. So, you know, like, my mood was already fucked because that motherfucker had been elected into office and it was just a bad day. So fast forward to what year is this? 2019? 2019. They put out this thing. I apply for it. I go on the show. I have a great moment. I have stuff from my reel. I win $7,000. A great night was had by all. Now, if I would have done that internship, like if I would have gotten an internship, I would not have been able to do this thing because I would have technically been like an employee of the show. I would have been all in-house. It would have been like, well, you can't do this because you were technically like a former employee of.
Got you.
So I say all that to say God's plan is bigger than your plan. Because in my mind, I was like, I'm going to intern at Wendy and it's going to be amazing. And God was like, I got something a little better for you. So like the fact that like I had the chance to A, win this money, which I can definitely use right now, and then B, have like this moment, because that was like my first time truly ever on a TV show. Well, that's not true because TMZ, but TMZ is like different though. But like that was my first time like being like mic'd up to be on a TV show, like in the building. So I was like, yeah, man, God's plan. Because if I would have gotten an internship, I would not have been able to have this moment. And like, no shade to the internship. I'm sure it's great. But like, whatever the internship, I feel like this exceeds anything that internship would have been for me. So
there's something to say about that. When people say, I know it sounds cliche when people say, oh, it gets greater later, but sometimes you have to really...
Listen, shout out to Bevy Smith. It gets greater later.
No, for real.
It's my best Bevy.
And you have to really understand your...
It really does.
You have to test your patience. And I know a lot of people don't
and test your faith.
Test your patience and your faith. Because a lot of times it does become strenuous, like nothing's changing for me, it's not happening. And you know what's really disappointing? When you get those stupid ass rejection emails. I remember signing up for internships. And the same thing, I'm like, I'm basically doing a job now at my college, which I could do
Yeah.
At your,
it's like, do you know who the fuck I am, huh?
At your establishment, and I'm willing to do it for free, and you still won't select me. So
yeah.
there needs to be some type